I'm never gonna find camp at this rate. And now it's raining out, and man, I'm just gonna have to take refuge in the first shelter and just call it a night. I'll make it back by tomorrow. So... What?
Hey Mark, how's it going?
How's it going? I've been lost in the woods for the last 4 days.
You have? I
Yes!
thought you were with Oak too.
Oh, so how did you not know I was missing? I've been out here dying, surviving.
Well, you wanna help me set up Fireball?
Can't be worse than what I did yesterday. Dude, I can't believe you guys didn't realize I was missing. I mean, I tried radioing to you all day long and
Really? I never got your walkie check. Did you turn it on?
thought it was already on when you gave it to me.
No, I specifically said turn it on and walkie check.
Oh.
Mark! Good evening, Pine Brook. We're here with another one of our longtime camp families. We're here with the Boober family this evening. We're going to get to know them a little bit. So Mike and Patty, how long have you two been serving at Pine Brook?
We've been coming to Pine Brook Camp since 1994.
Wow.
So I think that's 28 years.
Okay. It's a long time. I mean, that's when I was born, so
Gee,
not
thanks.
to make him feel too old or anything. So how did you first come to Pine Brook? How did you hear about it?
Well, our oldest daughter Alicia came the year before with the Deshanes for junior camp. She had a good time, and then I was out of work for 6 months, something like that. I was out of work for a long time, and I had no vacation time, and I was out of work. We didn't save any money, so we couldn't go anywhere. And then my boss that I landed a job said, "I'm going to give you a week's off." And I remember Pastor Graham talking about Pine Brook Camp, and he always was so excited about it when he came back to church and talked about it.
At that time, he was one of the camp pastors.
Okay.
Right. And then so when he got back, I was like, maybe we could go up there and serve. And so the only reason why in 1994 Patty and I came up here was so I can have two of my kids be campers and get their rate lowered, the staff discount that was offered, just so they could have an enjoyable week, during the summer. And I came up here that Sunday with that mindset, and that Sunday night, I had almost like a VA moment with God. He said, "That's not why you're here." And obviously the rest is history. When a place like this gets your heart, it's hard to let go. And there's times that maybe the flesh wanted to do. I had an opportunity to host a stage at Soul Fest in New Hampshire. And they asked me a lot of times to say, do it. And I says, you know what, I love doing that, but this is where God has called me, to Pine Brook Camp.
Yeah. And so both of you have given up vacation time and things like that in the past to be here. So that really just shows how much you value spending your time at Pine Brook and being part of this family.
Well, I love working with the people. It's one big family. Like you said, it's one big family. Everybody just works together for the common good to serve God.
When God has asked you to do something and He gives you the ability to do it, it's just a perfect match. My kids ask me, hey, can we go to Disney World? And I'm like, no, because this is where God has called us to be. And I wouldn't give up coming to this place for nothing.
It doesn't even feel like a sacrifice because this is just so great that you stop worrying about what you might be giving up because this just is so overwhelming with excitement.
And it offers so much too. I mean, I come to be a blessing, but 99% of the time when I go home after the 2 weeks of camp, I'm more blessed than I hope. I'm hoping I wasn't being a blessing, but I've been more blessed myself. And I hate to say this like this, but seeing you as a little kid, as a camper, and now here you are part of the staff, that thrills my heart.
Yeah.
And your wife as well, and it's just I consider it an honor to serve here at Pine Brook Camp.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that feel very similar to how you do, and you two have been able to bring your kids, and now you're bringing your grandkids, so it's making a huge impact on your lives and the future generations of the Boober family. So
That's
You
true.
know, we had one that we were hoping to bring up this year, along with Savannah, of course.
yeah,
But we were hoping to start her off, and Madison's not getting to go this year because we're not having it. But
yeah.
we're hoping that maybe next year she'll be able to come.
We're hoping right along with the two of you.
You know, it is, it's like Dorothy said, there's no place like home. And I just love this place. And I'll share this with you openly, that I saw a video last week with some things from Pine Brook and one of my best friends, Jim Kenny, and I just broke down crying. You know, I'm a 61-year-old grandfather, and I'm crying because I couldn't go to camp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that just tells you how important this place is. Because yes, I like the word family. Also, I like the word community. You know, and there's been times that I've had some struggles outside of camp, and it was this family here that kept me going. It was this community that kept me going.
So the last question we'll wrap up with is, I want each one of you to share one of your favorite camp events, activities, games, something that you look forward to every year we have camp, and that's something special to you.
When I see a student that's the underdog, the non-athletic person, been rallied around by his or her teammates, how that teamwork really comes into play. Being a high school referee for basketball, I see teams work like that, but that's a sport. This is not a sport. This is an activity that we do, and you're only here for a week, hopefully maybe two, and you really don't get to know people like like you would if you were on a sports team. But in that short amount of time, they really become close. And like I said, I think it was those moments when I saw the underdog, somebody that got over the log during triple threat, or somebody that completed the triathlon. That's special to me.
For me, it's being able to actually play games with all of the kids, as well as the counselors and the staff in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just to be on a even playing field type of deal. Not anybody over one another, or anybody telling somebody else what to do. Just everybody just playing together.
One of my fondest moments was capture the balls. We were supposed to play on a Monday night, but there was threats of thunder and lightning, so we don't come out during lightning storms. And so John and I decided, okay, let's go Tuesday. And we had less than an hour. We had an hour to get 2 fields, pennies, and flags ready to do that, and we did. So we set up the upper field, which I was in charge of. John was in charge of the lower field, and we were getting ready to start. We wanted to start at the same time so we can end it at the same time. And all of a sudden we hear this big crack of thunder, and we're like, let's hold on a couple minutes. So we did, and nothing happened. So we started playing, and it just started misting. And next thing you know, we had like 3 to 4 inches of rain within 5 minutes. It poured, and it poured. And I'm up here, and people are inside Dixon watching us and shaking their heads like, what am I doing out there? And a couple of the kids were like, hey, ref, he's out of bounds. I'm like, how can you tell? There's no more lines. The rain washed them out. Balls are floating. People are doing Superman in the mud. That was probably my funnest time here at camp. That was a great time. So that was one of my big memories.
That's a good one. The weather will sometimes create those lasting moments for us, and so turn something kind of ordinary into extraordinary.
Right.
So thank you both for coming up and sharing with us this evening. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the Pine Brook family as we close out tonight?
To the Pine Brook family and to the Facebook community as well. If you have an opportunity to serve and you want to serve God in a place where you're going to make an impact on students, Pine Brook Camp's the place. They feed you well, your lodging's okay, but you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to have some times that you're going to be maybe at wit's end, but in the end, you're going to be so blessed by seeing a young person come in from one way from camp and leaving another way. And I couldn't think of a better way. So I think, I'd like to challenge you to come out and serve at Pine Brook Camp.